Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name's Tony Jacoby. I'm the head of MEXI. Less than 3 years ago, many of us gathered in this very spot for a groundbreaking ceremony. Of course, our chairs were on gravel. There was a big tent over our head, and it was sleeting at the time, I think. Words cannot explain how thankful and excited we are to have you here with us today to celebrate the completion and the official opening of the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building. Just between us, it's really about 99% complete. But in my class, 99% is an A+, so we're good. I'd like to thank a few special people for being with us today. The University of Illinois President Timothy Killeen. Thank you. UIUC Chancellor Robert Jones. From the Grainger College of Engineering, Dean Rashid Bashir. MEXI professor and former department head Placid Ferreira. Members of the MEXI Alumni Board who traveled here today, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you to our other alumni and donors to the project who are here with us today to celebrate. And thank you for joining us, MEXI faculty and staff. Also, I'd like to welcome Dr. Jay Lee from Foxconn Technology Group. He's a close colleague of Sidney Liu's. For the MEXI students who are with us today, this is really your day. Thank you for attending. We're extremely sorry to say that our guest of honor, Mr. Sidney Liu, needed to stay in Asia and is unable to attend this event, which he so much looked forward to. But we are happy to say that Mr. Liu provided some heartfelt pre-recorded remarks, and we'll play those a little bit later. Now I'd like to share a little bit of what there is to learn about this amazing facility. The original mechanical engineering building was built in 1950 and remained largely unchanged until 2018. And in the last 3 years, there has been a full renovation of the existing building, modernizing it from bottom to top. An enclosure, a courtroom was enclosed to create 3 new incredible instructional labs. There's a construction of 25,000 square feet of new space that we're in right now, and the transformation of the entire lower level of this building into a sprawling series of instructional labs that we're calling the MEXI Makerworks. We now find ourselves ready to provide our students the very best opportunities in 3 vital areas: education, innovation, and community, which have been the 3 pillars of this massive project from the start. There's so much to be said about the innovative lab spaces, the state-of-the-art classrooms, and the ultra-inviting community areas throughout the building. But instead of drilling down on those details, I'm hoping you'll join a tour with one of our student tour guides after the ceremony. It's their view that really matters. And as the saying goes, seeing is believing. So I hope you'll take time to see everything the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building has to offer. There's one additional person that I'd like to single out today, and it's the manager of the project, MEXI's Operations and Facilities Director, Damon McFall. Damon continually pushed to make the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building one of the gems of the Urbana campus. These are pointed out in the program, but I'll just mention that what makes this building exceptional is it's LEED certified, as we exceed energy standards through best practices in architecture and engineering, and I'm proud to say that we're shooting for LEED Gold status. WELL certification, as we strive to be the first building on campus to attain their lofty benchmarks in the care and health of the building's occupants. Building integrated photovoltaics. You can see these energy generators on the window glass, especially on the upper floors. ASHRAE 36 for the HVAC systems, which is a technical way to say we believe in comfort and health for our environment inside the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building and in creating that environment in an energy efficient way. If you talk with Damon, he'll give you all the details. He likes to give all the details. Without a doubt, we are now truly equipped for an incredible future. In closing, I'd like once more to express MEXI's gratitude to our distinguished alumnus and beloved friend, Sidney Liu. Without Sidney, we wouldn't be sitting here today, and who knows how many years it would have been before our students could reap the benefits of a world-class facility like this. Sidney shared our vision since the earliest discussions of the project, and it was his support that made it happen. If you've not seen it yet, before you leave, check out the plaque that's on the center column here. We wanted it right here at the entrance and in the Student Center. So again, Sidney, we thank you. One of Sidney's closest friends from the University of Illinois is a former Dean of Engineering and former Provost, Dr. Ilisamne Adisida, who goes by Addie for short, and I'm happy he does. Addie was kind enough to record a few remarks for us on this special day, and we'll play them now.
Dear friends, faculty, students, staff and guests, good day to you all. I'm happy to join you, albeit in a virtual mode, on this great day to celebrate the soft opening of the Sidney Liu Annex of the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering. I believe there has to be a more celebratory opening of this great facility dedicated to the students in the College of Engineering in the near future. First, let me congratulate and thank Mr. Sidney Liu for his generosity in making this happen. Sidney always likes to say, let's make it happen. Well, you've made this annex happen. Thank you very much. The road to this annex started about 2010 when Sidney visited the campus and Professor Placid Ferreira and Molly Tracy showed him around on a weekend. I was informed about the visit, and thereafter I made it a duty to visit Sidney in Taiwan. On entering his office at Foxconn in Taipei, I saw his love and affection for the University of Illinois. The office was very orange in decoration. I can say categorically that he's a proud and very loyal alumnus of MEXI and Illinois. Not too long after my visit, he donated funds that made the Ting Liu Professorship and other scholarships possible. In 2012, Placid, Dean Rashid, Bashir, and I visited Sidney in Shenzhen, in China, to talk about other opportunities. The consequences of that visit was that Sidney pledged to do great things to contribute to the learning environment for students. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sidney Liu, in his inimitable words, has made Sidney Liu Annex happen for this purpose. As a former dean of the college, my sincere thanks to you for your contributions to the students of the college who become proud and great alumni like you. Congratulations to you and to the college. In addition, I would like to thank you personally for being a friend to my family all these years. Thank you for your generosity and kindness all around. Tete.
Thank you, Addie. And now it's my honor to introduce our next speaker, the Dean of the Grainger College of Engineering, Dr. Rashid Bashir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, thank you. That's right, it's a Friday afternoon. Come on, we have to get ready for the game tomorrow. Right? Well, good afternoon. Okay, well, there you go. Someone said so. ILL. All right, thank you. Good afternoon, I'm Rashid Bashir. I'm really humbled and proud to be the Dean of the Grainger College of Engineering at our great university. Since 1950, the Mechanical Engineering Building has served as a home for one of the nation's top engineering departments. 68 years later, with the vision of a state-of-the-art facility that would inspire and empower future generations of mechanical scientists and engineers to be the best in the world, we broke ground on the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building. Today, it's just such a proud moment for all of us. As I look around, it's just so wonderful. The project that was once just a vision has now become a reality. And even despite the challenges we faced during the COVID-19 pandemic over the last year and a half, our innovative spirit and the commitment to cementing a long-lasting legacy of impact to the Illinois campus, that commitment never wavered. The Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building represents our determination to stay at the forefront of the mechanical engineering and the engineering mechanics evolution. Of course, the faculty in the department, and I believe that everything starts from mechanical engineering and from the mechanics of materials. Our commitment to ensure access to progressive, state-of-the-art infrastructure, environment, and programs for our students, faculty, and staff to succeed. And this is a testament to the greater impact that Grainger engineers have on the world. Nearly 20,000 students have walked parts of these halls and gone on to be alumni and blaze trails and harness technology for the betterment of the world. And I know many, many more thousands will do the same in the coming decades. There is nothing less expected of us. MEXI alumni are global leaders, entrepreneurs, founders, distinguished educators, internationally renowned authors, and very forward-looking researchers. And as a CEO of FIT, Sidney Liu is one of those shining examples of the power of Grainger Engineering's leadership and impact on the world. But more than that, his heartfelt commitment to investing in future generations is most humbling. And I know this is the quality and the characteristic that so many of our alumni share, so many who are here today. Through Sidney Liu's philanthropic support, the next generation of MEXI engineers will have the opportunity to follow those who had come before them in this environment, re-engineered and optimized for the 21st century collaboration and innovation. As students start to explore this remarkable building and utilize the cutting-edge labs, modern classrooms, and the expansive community spaces, I hope they will feel inspired, empowered, and prouder to call themselves Grainger engineers. At this time, there are a few other individuals that I'd like to recognize, and you can hold your applause till the end. Our Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost, and former Dean of the College of Engineering, Andres Gangleres. He couldn't be here this week and today. He was instrumental, of course, in his leadership as the previous Dean. Former Dean of the College of Engineering, you heard from Elisamni Adishida, who was also asked by Sidney to make some remarks today, and that was so wonderful. Current MEXI Department Head, Tony Jacoby. Tony. Former MEXI Department Head, Placid Ferreira, who's also now the director of the FIT Illinois Sinai Center. The newly appointed Associate Vice Chancellor for Advancement and our previous Associate Dean for Advancement for the College of Engineering, Dale Wright. I know Dale is here somewhere. There's Dale. Our former College of Engineering Associate Dean for Advancement, Molly Tracy. I saw Molly here earlier. She's here too. Molly's right there. And the MEXI Department Director of the Department of Facilities and Operations, Damon McFall. So I think we should give them all a big round of applause. Everything we do, it's a team effort. We're standing on the shoulder of giants and going forward and forward and onwards and upwards. And I think it's really important to recognize all those who have contributed to everything that we're doing today. So thank you all for your diligence, your hard work, and your dedication. Without all of you, this tremendous undertaking would not have been possible. And Sidney, finally again, thank you for once more paying it forward, whether through your scholarships, your professorships, and now the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building. Your generosity and loyalty continue to shape the future of the Grainger College of Engineering for our current and future students. And thank you for your ambition and your drive to fulfill our vision of tomorrow's engineering campus at Illinois. This defies all expectations. So thank you, Sidney. And thank you to many other alumni and friends whose name you will see around on the walls here, who have invested their time, their talent, and their treasures into the Grainger College of Engineering and in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering. Your commitments are more than just investments in education. These are truly investments in humanity and the future of the world. And these investments make it possible for Grainger engineers to seek out opportunities and drive, and continue to drive even harder, the future of science and engineering. Thank you so much for being here and for celebrating this wonderful occasion. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Rashid. As Rashid mentioned, Provost Congelaris can't be here today, so we'll move on to our next speaker, the Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Dr. Robert Jones.
Well, let me start by, first of all, saying good afternoon to each and every one of you. It is truly a great and remarkable day to be standing here in this facility and to see so many of you out, engaging with each other. And I have to say, before I get into my formal remarks, there's something in the air here as it relates to the Grainger College of Engineering. This is my second building dedication in the last 4 or 5 hours, and I've got one to go. And there's one common thread that cuts across all 3 of those, and that's the Grainger College of Engineering. So I think they deserve a round of applause for that. So again, Professor Jacoby and Dean Bashir, I just want to thank you for inviting me to be part of this truly important, significant dedication today. And so on behalf of the entire University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign community, just want to thank Sidney Liu for his latest visionary investment in the future of this college, this department, and this university. And thank you to the many, many additional friends and donors who also stepped forward to make your own investments in this stunning home for mechanical science and engineering department. This isn't just about rejuvenating and expanding a building. It's much, much more than that. It is about educational and scholarly opportunity for students and for faculty for generations to come. This is truly a transformational moment, both for this corner of the university and for the future of innovation and discovery here at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. You know, I did have the pleasure, as Professor Jacoby mentioned, to join you for the groundbreaking ceremony for this project. But I have to say I was very, very impressed with the renderings and the drawings that were presented on that day. But I have to say it looks more amazing in real life and in person. And so, Sidney, I am very, very sorry that other duties prevented you from being here today. But you are one of the most amazing people I've met in my life, and I certainly look forward to the day when your schedule frees up, that you can come visit us here in person, and we can tour this facility with you so that you can see how powerful and impactful your generosity continues to be upon this great university. I think it goes without saying, this is truly going to be a space where imagination and engineering really comes together very seamlessly. It will be a space that lets collaboration and speculation flow freely, and I might add continuously. It is going to bring together new labs, new community space, new active learning classroom, and we are also doing something that's critically important as well. We are integrating teaching, learning, and technology here in ways that will lead to real-world solutions and to seamless translation of theory and instruction into practice and into impact, with emphasis on the impact piece. In all respects and by every definition, Sidney Liu and all of those who have made their contributions to this project have made a singular and unmatched gift to this university and to generations of students and faculty who will walk through this space and be inspired to ask new questions and to explore unimagined answers. So really, this is truly transformational and gives our students and our faculty a place where the only question that we cannot truly answer and finally will answer when we do it is what we will discover next. That is truly an exciting thing to think about, folks. So it is my great honor to welcome you all to the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building here at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Jones. It's now my great honor to introduce the President of the University of Illinois System, President Timothy Killeen.
Thank you, Tony, Professor Jacoby, and Chancellor Jones and Dean Bashir for inviting me here today to be part of this important milestone. And I'm not sure I needed the invitation. I think I would have been here anyway. This is such a thrilling moment. And knowing Sidney, as many of us do, and having visited him twice in Taipei and high-fiving and games and so forth, this is extremely special for our department, our college, the whole university system, and dare I say it, for Illinois and Taiwan in general. Thank you all for being part of the dedication and this remarkable facility, the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building. That just rolls off the tongue unbelievably well. This building, though, has been the anchor of the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign and its renowned College of Engineering since 1950. Which I won't tell you how old I am, but that's a little ancient. And now, thanks to the generosity of Mr. Sidney Liu, it has truly become a space for the 21st century and beyond, and will help ensure this department's place as a leader in the continued economic growth and evolution of the city, the state, the country, and the world. Sidney's cornerstone gift made possible the complete transformation of this venerable building, including the stunning steel and glass addition where we are now. And it is an architectural gem and a beautiful addition to our Urbana-Champaign campus. The true result of Sidney's generosity and the years-long effort to transform this space, though, is what will happen inside of these walls. Here, Professor Jacoby and the MEXI faculty will train the next generations, plural, of engineers who will continue to transform the world's economies. So much of makes modern life possible, economic and otherwise, is based on mechanical science and engineering. Research conducted by the faculty here impacts energy production and efficiencies, environment, healthcare, manufacturing, security and defense, and transportation, to name just a handful of things. But this department also produces something else, and that is leaders and leadership. Which brings me back to Sidney Liu. His story is one of perseverance and determination, and one that, if you don't already know in detail, you should, and it's best when he tells you himself. But Sidney came to the University of Illinois, along with his brothers, to pursue an education and seize on the opportunities it could provide. He told me that he earned 58 credit hours during his first year. I don't know about you, but that kind of blows me away. That's almost double what a typical hardworking freshman earns that first year. So he not only arrived, but he arrived at a pace that was close to furious. Following that high-intensity model, in 1981 he earned 2 bachelor's degrees, one in mechanical science and engineering, and another in mathematics. And at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, we don't pull our punches in either of those areas. And with that, of course, he was off and running. At Foxconn Technology Group, he went to work as a design manager, working on connectors, the electromechanical devices used to create electrical circuits. A year and a half later, still very young man, not far removed from right here, this building, he was in charge of a group of 60 engineers. By 2003, he was the leader of all of Foxconn's connector and cable operations, later advancing to corporate executive vice president and general manager of the company's network interconnection group. And I can't even imagine how many distances to close stars we're talking about when we're talking about Foxconn's cabling operations. And this was all on the way to become chairman and CEO. And through all of that, Sidney never lost touch with the University of Illinois. And we have him to thank for overwhelming generosity over the past few years. And now, thanks to Sidney, we have this spectacular space for learning and innovation that you see today, the Sidney Liu Mechanical Engineering Building. So for all of this, Sidney, you have our deepest appreciation and our deepest respect. And now I'll happily yield the stage so that we can hear from him directly, from Mr. Sidney Liu, and join me in a well-earned round of applause.
Hi everybody, it's good afternoon to you and good morning to me. I'm in Taiwan. I have to say sorry I cannot be there in person, but through pandemics, I think everybody is used to this virtual meeting. And I'm sorry because of some emergency I cannot be there, but that doesn't mean this is not a special moment. I'm extremely emotional at this time. This date actually is pretty close to my mom's passing anniversary. Just as I said in the groundbreaking ceremony, that this is a dedication to her foresight, her sacrifices, and her love to me and my brothers. As a foreigner, as a minority, an Asian that came to this country, be treated well and educated well and mentored well in this university, that I get to grow to become who I am today. There's a lot of people I have to thank for. All the professors that taught us, nurtured us, gave us the imagination and the courage, the tool to succeed in life. Not only that, I have the two special people to thank to. One is Addie, the other one is Andrea. Both of them are not here with us. I'm sorry to say that Andrea is actually in Greece due to her mother's passing just a few days ago. And he and I both will miss our mothers. They're very important persons in our life. And of all the people that gave us continuing support and faith, Dr. Killeen, Dr. Jones, thank you. And my good friend Bashir. I mean, we know each other and we got reconnected and actually started this project. And through all the other initiatives and activities that we believe in furthering our efforts to make this a better place. Use this community center, use this communication center, use this learning center to learn how to do things on hand, how to actually practice what we have learned and put it in use. And also make this a communication hub that facilitate learning, facilitate innovation, facilitate shared learning. Please carry on the torch of excellence and make this an even better place. Thank you.
Wow. Sidney can inspire. We're deeply honored to have him as our distinguished alumnus. I've got to find my place now, sorry. Now we have a small gift for Sidney. Since he couldn't be here in person, we'd like to invite his colleague, Dr. Jay Lee, to come forward to receive the gift on Sidney's behalf.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be here to represent Sidney Liu to receive this token. But I believe Sidney has been a great colleague of you for many years. President Killeen, Chancellor Jones, and Bashir, and also Department Jacoby, Department Head. Thank you very much. Well, as a colleague of Sidney, I'm very pleased to be here. Last week, we worked together with our founder. As many of you know our founder very well, right? He's a tough executive. He gets things done and relentlessly. So because of urgency of business matter, and Sidney has to stay there, so unfortunately. So I'm here today. Well, in looking at this building, when I just walked in today, I was thinking something. You know, there's a famous adage and the old idiom, the Chinese saying, when you drink water, think of source, right? And also, that reminds successful people, like Sidney, don't forget where your inspirational education come from. I mean, here. But in education, in English is one word, but in Chinese, consists of two words, teach and nurture. I believe, I'm also a professor, I believe our job is not just to teach, educate students, but also nurture their mind and strength for future courage and also potential opportunities. So I believe this is Sidney. So this building, I think, symbolizes Sidney's gratitude, dedication, and commitment to this department and this university. As a colleague, we serve on the board together with the FOSCON. I want to say a few words about Sidney, based on the last 2 years, 3 years relationship. I remember former CEO of GE, Jack Welch, once said, a successful CEO must possess several characteristics. First is energy. Second is edge to make right decisions. The third is the very critical execution, right? But for FOSCON executive, there are two more E's. Endurance and evidence. We drive results. Teamwork, very strong commitment to our founder, to our chairman, to our shareholders. You may have heard the news last night. We just made an investment in Lordstown, Ohio, to make a future EV in the United States. All right? So that represents lots of new technology, electrification, not just connectors, display, smart materials, drive, control, and software, batteries, et cetera, et cetera. So I would say from my relationship with Sidney, I believe he's a truly sincere and dedicated person. He believes his success came from this place. So today, I want to say, as a friend of Sidney, I think this is a great honor for me to be here, and I believe this place is only a beginning. I'm confident it will nurture many, many young leaders like Sidney Liu one day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. And now for what we all came here for, the official ribbon cutting. If I could ask Dr. Lee to hold our gigantic scissors, and holding the ribbon, if we could get assistance from Dr. Killeen, Dr. Jones, Dr. Bashir, Dr. Ferreira, Damon McFall. Placid. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. It's a day that will go down in Mexi history. Please enjoy the refreshments and take a tour with one of our wonderful student guides. I would like to invite our donors, alumni, faculty, and staff to the third floor for a reception. The elevator is over on this side, and the stairs are over on that side. And thank you all again for coming. Thank you very much.